Hurricane Lee should make landfall in the Maritimes within the next 24 hours. Regardless of where it lands, the Brunswickers need to be prepared.
9 o'clock Saturday morning. And it's hurricane season. Are you going to be fine for the hurricane?
No, it breaks my heart to do this, but
There's a ton of warnings for Hurricane Lee to come through Friday night into Saturday and then into Sunday. And we are currently Thursday night. So we're going to harvest what we can, tie up some of these sunflowers and see where we end up. The hurricane is coming. Harvest your beans. Harvest your tomatoes. Tie up your sunflowers. It's getting late. I can tell the lights for the garden came on, but we were able to get most things done, most things harvested, and I think the garden's pretty much ready for this hurricane. Good morning. I'm out here on the morning of our Hurricane Lee, just checking on things. This wind hasn't picked up too badly right now. But it's supposed to get worse this afternoon. Let's go check out the garden. What are you doing, bud? Are you going to be able to be fine for the hurricane? Oh my god, you're so cute. Take this Brightmeyer. Oof. Well, I guess our first catastrophe here is the tunnel. Looks like the tunnel caved in already. Gosh, that didn't take long. We sort of put that in last minute, so it makes sense to me that it was the first one to go. But it was so cute while it lasted. Check it out. Oh goodness. I guess we're going in. Are we going in? Oh my goodness. Holy jeez. Okay, see this? See all these beans? That's what brought this down for sure. Gosh, I hope you can see that. But I can still stand up in here amongst the corn. Oh goodness. Look at the rain coming down. Oh. Okay, let's go back out. Oh gosh. It probably has about 60 to 70 pounds of beans on it, so it kind of makes sense that it collapsed. I'm sad about it. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious here. Can't have that. This makes me a little sad. I have the tallest sunflower in the garden. It's probably about 13 feet and it has the multiple flowers on it. And I'll show you, already it looks like this. Yesterday that was straight up in the air. It was a beautiful sunflower. I'm not sure if you can see it here, But we've got all the sunflowers strung up together to try to keep them from toppling over. Lots of string.
Behold, the worried gardener in her worried gardener apparel.
This guy doesn't care about the hurricane. He's just having his breakfast. So much compost. Ooh, gross. Oh, I wonder if I should just cut those down. Doesn't seem too bad right now, but... Oh, the birds are liking it. It's time. You want to see? All caving in, so I'm just gonna make sure that these aren't gonna harm anything else, and maybe I'll bring them inside.
No, it breaks my heart to do this, but
Take some pressure off of all of these beans. Oh, sorry, buddy. See that bee?
No, I didn't see it. Poor bee.
poor bee.
Right there now.
You found another spot.
Those are so pretty, those
Teddy bears.
teddy bears. Those finches are so beautiful.
I think those ones will be alright, eh? The big ones there.
Yeah. They're all tied up.
This is our storm zinnia. They'll bloom today.
It's probably good for now.
Yeah. Okay.
We are very fortunate. It slowed down throughout the afternoon and evening, so we really only had very bad wind and rain on the Saturday morning of the hurricane, so very grateful. But I do want to show you around and show you some of the damage that Hurricane Lee has done to our garden. I'll get Bill to move that one up higher. What an absolutely stunning day this has turned out to be, and weekend really. I think you guys just saw the update from the woodshed. You know, we really didn't do too much, but we were mostly there to meet our friends, which was a really fun time, super fun time. I hope that you guys all have a place you can go that just makes you feel good.
It's our place.
Yeah. So today we got to get to work. This bean arch that fell over during the hurricane we have to deal with. Otherwise, those beans are going to start to take on all new paths and we're not going to be able to get this thing up. So we've got this going on right now. So again, we need to take this black pipe and put it up. So there is a piece of wood here that would be considered the middle of the top of the roof. So we're gonna hopefully attach some wood to this and just pull this up. We're gonna do one here and one in the back, I think. We knew that this tunnel wasn't as strong as the other two arches in the garden. This one was sort of just put up with what was lying around, and the beans really got too heavy for the tubing. And because the beans were so heavy, it just pulled it down. So it was partially to do with Hurricane Lee, but also partially to do with our, I don't know, I guess our quickness to put something up in the garden just so I could have an arch. We crawled through here just to see the big damage, and yeah, so its weak point was definitely this black tubing here. It's just too, I guess, flexible. But thankfully the structure, the bottom structure with the cattle panels is okay. So we're gonna fix this because the foliage and potentially the beans are gonna start to rot, I think, because I don't think there'd be enough airflow, because it's quite the thick mass hedge at this point. But it's funny because these flowers in here are all of a sudden getting some sunshine, so they're actually starting to flower. Like, look at this straw flower in here that a few days ago I had no idea was even in here. The coleus is loving its life out here. Oh, I can't wait to show you the coleus in the front bed. That's stunning. I have one of these in the house, and I snipped one of these off of maybe 20-25 ends, and I put them in a glass and waited until they rooted, and then I put them in the garden. I just poked a hole where I put the one root down, and this is the beauty. He's such a good garden dog. Look at him. The other item that got the most damage, I guess, were the sunflowers. I went out in the morning and I cut off a bunch of the sunflowers to put them in, to bring them inside, and then we tied a lot of these up with string to try to help them withstand the wind. And this one sort of kind of caved in here, and it kind of brought this rest of these sort of down with it. So what I've done is I've added this 8-foot T-post here, because as much as that sunflower over there is probably not going to survive, I need it for the beans, which are still growing on it. And if we don't act quickly, the beans are going to make a whole new direction like this, and they're going to start connecting themselves down here. And the same thing actually goes with the with lifting up the arch. I don't want them to intertwine inside of there and not be able to get any of them out. So we're going to work on putting this, attaching that sunflower, maybe even this sunflower to this post, and then I'll probably end up taking the string off of these. Another unfortunate event, one of my multi-head sunflowers came out of the ground. I wonder if you can see that that's the hole. It came right up out of the ground, and Bill brought it up to the garage. I'll show you. Something actually amazing has happened to it. You're silly dog. So here is the sunflower. You see the root end right here came right out of the ground. So when he grabbed the broken sunflower out of the garden, this was the very last flower showing. So since it's been laying on the ground here, it's bloomed all of these sunflowers, just the use of the energy that it already had in it. Isn't that amazing? Oh, and for those of you who have a keen eye, yes, we did remove the tarp structure in preparation for the backyard landscape project. Stay tuned for that one.
Let's get it started.
They're not for eating, they're for drying. And that's supposed to be good. But look at all the dead in here. Oh, I'm so glad we were able to lift this back up because this would have just filled out all of these. Saved their life. Oh, look at that little baby. Look at the beans.
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh my goodness, look at the mess we're making. Okay, so it's not the best, but we knew that we weren't going to be able to walk in this tunnel after we fixed it. But I'm happy that we're able to get in here, because if we were to wait too much longer, all of these brown leaves that we're pulling off would be just mush, and it would start hurting the other foliage and the bean growth. And so I want to have a lot of beans on this plant this year, because I'm really hoping to be able to have dried beans of my own that we grew in the garden. First time ever trying this, but I think that's kind of neat. Thanks for watching, and we're grateful for you. Bye.